Hello, my name is Aaron, one of the pharmacists at Island Drug. Today we'll be talking about what do I eat? Today's topic is healthy eating. We'll spend most of this podcast focusing on the plate method. By the end of today's discussion, you will see how something as simple as a dinner plate can help you eat healthier and gain control of your diabetes. In addition, we'll take time at the end of class to share the power of a pharmacist with you. I'm sure many of you have used pharmacists for years to help with more than just your monthly medications. But I'd love to share with you how a pharmacist can help manage your diabetes day to day. Today we'll discuss the basics of diabetes, the plate method, the three main food groups that you should use to correctly fill your plate, and how pharmacists can help you manage diabetes using more than just medications. Before we begin our topic today, let's review the two main types of diabetes. If you're not sure which category you fall into, simply ask your doctor. Many times pharmacists can also tell the type of diabetes based on the medications you take. Type 1 diabetes is where you make little to no insulin and will always have to supplement with insulin, also called insulin dependent. And then there's type 2 diabetes, which is more common, where you still may make some insulin but not enough to respond to the amount of sugar in the blood. Let's review what our blood sugars should be when we test. Your blood sugars may not be at goal today, but that's okay. We'll look at how to manage diabetes and bring our blood sugars under control. A fasting level you want between 70 and 130, and postprandial or after a meal you want it somewhere below 180. Whether you're new to diabetes or have been living with diabetes for a longer period of time, there are three basic ways we are able to control the amount of sugar in the blood, commonly called the three-legged stool approach. Three legs of stool represent healthy eating, exercise, and medications. You'll notice that 2 out of the 3 legs, diet and exercise, are controlled by you. Each leg of the stool is just as important as the other, and today we'll focus on the healthy eating. Now, our topic of the day is healthy eating using the plate method. How something as simple as a dinner plate can be the best tool in your diabetes toolbox. Let's find out. Often when people are diagnosed with diabetes, they don't know where to begin. One way is to change the amount of food you are already eating. Focus on filling your plate with non-starchy vegetables and having smaller portions of starchy carbohydrates and proteins. The plate method is an easy way to get started with managing your blood sugar levels. You don't need any special tools and you won't need to count calories. It's simple and effective. Draw an imaginary line on your plate, select your foods, and enjoy your meal. Most dinner plates are now 12 inches across. For portion control, this is way too large. Choose a plastic or paper plate that is 9 inches in diameter. Or you could use a larger plate, but imagine a 9-inch circle in the middle of the plate, and that's what you should use for your filling area. Probably easier to just use a 9-inch plate. Now that you have your 9-inch plate picked out, it is time to divide it into sections so you can begin filling it with food. As you can see on the screen, it isn't that difficult. You're going to divide your plate into 3 sections. First, draw an imaginary line down the middle. Fill 1/2 of your plate with non-starchy vegetables. We'll talk more about these in just a second. Then take the rest of your plate and divide it in half again. One of the quarter sections should be starchy carbohydrates, and the other quarter section should be filled with protein. In addition, you may want to have a serving of fruit as well as 1 serving of milk or dairy. Now here's the good stuff. You'll fill entire half of your plate with delicious non-starchy vegetables. Many Americans may not realize it, but their diet is very low in these non-starchy vegetables. However, they are a very important part of the plate method. Most vegetables are higher in fiber, which help you to fill up quicker, allowing you to eat less overall. This will aid greatly in the battle to control portion sizes. In addition, vegetables are high in good vitamins and minerals. And as a good rule of thumb, the more color, the more vitamins. The biggest problem most of us have is determining which vegetables are good non-starchy vegetables. If you're uncertain whether or not your favorite vegetables are starchy or non-starchy, simply refer to this slide here. This has some good examples. Protein is the second small portion of your plate. Most of us choose to fill this portion of our plate with a variety of meat, but you may also choose a high-protein meat substitute like eggs or tofu. Remember, protein is an important part of your diet. Protein helps maintain steady blood sugar levels by adding a reasonable amount of protein to your diet. You avoid high spikes or sudden drops in your blood sugar. Here's a few different protein choices: catfish, shrimp, chicken, etc. Low fat is always a little bit better, health-wise. Starchy carbohydrates. As we have discussed, one of the smaller sections of your plate is where you place starchy carbohydrates. Remember, carbohydrates drive your blood sugar. Therefore, when trying to control diabetes with diet, it is important to consider carbohydrate intake. Using the plate method is a wonderful way to limit your carbohydrate intake to a reasonable amount that will help you gain control of your blood sugars with greater ease. What is a starchy carbohydrate? You can see a list of a few on the screen: whole grain breads, etc. Sensible portions of fruit and dairy are extras that you may add to your meal. With these additions, you have to pay more attention to what a serving contains. So let's review a few here. One serving of fruit is a small piece of fruit, half a cup of canned fruit, half a cup of fruit juice. And a serving of dairy is 8 ounces of non-fat or low-fat milk, or a 6-ounce container of low-fat yogurt. Now that we've covered the basics of the plate method, let's talk about some extra tips that you can use to stay successful. Avoid sugary drinks. Try diet soda or flavored water or unsweetened tea. Use a sugar substitute if possible. Now, once you have your portions under control, get creative and start including even more healthy choices. And read the nutritional facts label whenever possible. As you know, your pharmacist knows all about medications, but you should also know that we spent years acquiring the knowledge specifically to help you. If you have any questions about your medications, do not hesitate to pull your pharmacist aside and ask for a consultation. Not only are we medication experts when it comes to prescription medications, but we are also able to help you make your over-the-counter medication selections. Whether you're coming into the pharmacy to find medications for your child with a runny nose or an anti-itch cream for yourself, we can help you make the best decisions. Not only are we trained to be medication experts, we are trained to be health specialists as well. It is our job to know about the disease states and short-term illnesses that bring you into the store. We offer classes like this one to help strengthen our relationship with you. Sincerely hope we can partner with you to be your health coach. In addition, we are trained and certified to give immunizations and perform basic health screenings to keep your blood sugar, blood pressure, and more on track. And here at Island Drug, we actually can pull the data off of your blood sugar meters and give you reports to take to your doctor and let you track the progress of your blood sugar readings. Please don't hesitate to ask us about this. It's a great service that we like to provide for you. And here's a good recipe that can help you keep on track, and we'll post this online too, so you can follow up with it later on islanddrug.com. Let's review what we've learned today. The plate method is an easy way to begin controlling your portions and gaining control of your diabetes. Use a 9-inch plate. Divide your plate into 3 sections: half for non-starchy vegetables, a quarter for starchy carbohydrates, and a quarter for protein. Talk to your pharmacist and start taking advantage of how we can help you.